So you finally found a system that works for you. Your habits click, your routines flow, and you're getting stuff done. And then out of nowhere, it just stops working. You didn't change, but something around you did. In today's video, we'll go over why your ADHD systems work until they don't, and what to do when that happens. Hey, I'm Chris. I coach adults with ADHD to find their focus and flow over at Porter Coaching. Since I also have ADHD, this is part of my story, and these situations hit me recently. So I thought I'd share what I do to make changes in my own life when it happens, and as an example of how I help my clients. There's a pattern I see again and again with clients in my own life. Our ADHD systems work great until they break down. Maybe it's every 3 months for you, maybe every 6, but something just changes. A new job, a new season, a new life situation. You can't predict what's going to shift, but when it does, the habits and routines you built just stop working. Well, this happened to most of us in 2020 during the pandemic. If you were used to working in an office surrounded by coworkers, there was that built-in accountability of people just being around, and that helped you to focus. Then suddenly you were quarantined at home, and that structure that had helped you stay focused vanished overnight. You had to build a new routine from scratch. So what do you do when your systems for focus just stop working? Well, that's where Flowcraft comes in. It's not a system I can just hand to you and say, okay, here, follow this forever. It's really a loop that you run every time your life shifts. You observe, experiment, measure, and adjust. You see what's happening, and then you try something new. You check whether it worked, you keep what helps, and you drop what doesn't. Then you do it again. There's no one perfect group of habits and hacks that will work for you the rest of your life. It's about building the skill of designing your own focus over and over as your life keeps changing. So here, let me show you what this actually looks like in my own life, because it just happened to me. When my daughter was born, we started getting some daycare help a few times a week over at a drop-off daycare, about a half an hour from us. So my routine became to drive 30 minutes, drop her off, then work from the coffee shop right next door. It took me a while to figure out how to actually get things done in the coffee shop. But eventually I found my groove, and I just kind of carry my whole office in my backpack. I think a big part of what it made work for me was the accountability of being around other people and even strangers. People seeing my laptop open and me sitting there scrolling my phone just seemed wrong. So sitting there tricked my brain into working. People I'd never talked to were keeping me honest. It probably sounds silly, but that's one way to do body doubling. Just having other people around changes how you act. But then things changed again. A daycare opened up about 5 minutes away from us, so I get to work from my home office now. It should be perfect, right? Except now laundry is calling my name. I'll just get something started real quick. I'll just load the dishwasher real fast. The environment that had helped me to focus was gone, and suddenly I am way more distracted. The systems that worked so well in the coffee shop just stopped working at home. So what do? You run the loop. So first up, observe. That part's really easy for us. We're great at noticing when something isn't working anymore. Then experiment. So I started testing things. First, I tried virtual body doubling, turning my camera on and basically just co-working with myself and having the camera knowing that somebody might watch that. That helped me some, but then I tried a body doubling session in an ADHD specific Discord. Nope, there's too much noise, not enough structure there for me. So then measure. Seriously, it doesn't need to be a spreadsheet. It can be as simple as just thinking back over the day and asking how productive you were. Then finally, adjust. Based on what I measured, here's my adjustment. I'm not going to use that Discord, but my wife had told me about this thing a while back called Brick that you just tap your phone to, and it locks out distracting apps until you tap it again. Just that ritual of doing something might help enough to signal my brain that we're working now. I'll probably also sign up for a paid body doubling service like Flow Club or Cave Day. So that's the loop. Observe, experiment, measure, and adjust. Then just do it again, because life has a habit of changing things on us. So the next time your system falls apart and you're thinking, what's wrong with me? Stop and ask instead, what's changed? It's not that your habits were broken. Your conditions just changed. And remind yourself that the fix isn't about finding one perfect solution forever. You're building the skill of redesigning your focus every time your life changes underneath you. And if you want help running this kind of loop in your own life, I've got 2 ways to help. The first one is Flowcraft. It's that framework and a web app that I'm building around this process. You can join the waitlist at discoverflowcraft.com. Or if you want to work with me one-on-one, shoot me a DM to schedule a chat. I'll see you in the next video.